Hello, welcome to another episode of New Gameplay Today. I'm your host, Jeff Cork, joined today by Ben Reeves.
Hello.
Hey, buddy, and Alex Stadnik.
Hello! I'm so excited to talk about Assassin's Creed.
Well, you spoiled it.
Oh, damn it, I'm sorry.
I didn't want to know.
What are we looking at, Ben Reeves?
Well, thanks to Alex. Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
All right.
Wow.
And you played this. We're looking at your gameplay footage, correct?
That's right. So you can make fun of me all you want.
Ooh.
Well, this is
For good reason.
This is just cutscene stuff, so you're not really doing it.
Remember the dream
I'm controlling those waves, yeah.
Very nice.
Wow. Now this
This is a... What's that?
I was gonna say, this water, is it Paper Mario level, do you think?
It's Paper Mario level,
Wow.
almost. Paper Mario might be a notch or two above, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a mission midway through my demo, and also it's like, I think they said several hours into the game. They wouldn't say exactly, but...
Did they do the thing where you got to play the opening of the game and then they skipped you ahead?
No, they just plot me down. They plot me down in East Anglia, which is like a territory in the game, and that was it. It was kind of like out of context. They even like this mission is like kind of near the end of a series of like 5 missions, they said, and I like started halfway through that series. So
okay, so you didn't feel like cathartic release when you jammed your axe into some dude's forehead?
Only because I'm a sicko.
okay.
Of course, yeah.
So you're playing as Ivor, is the name of the Viking you play as, who is the lady at the edge of the boat there.
Okay.
Or guy.
Well, it's a lady in this playthrough, but yeah, it could be a girl or a guy. You get to pick. And the interesting thing is, like, you can change that mid-game. So, like, halfway through the game, you can go in and be like, I'm tired of playing a woman, I'm going to play as a man now.
Interesting.
It's in the options.
And the game just adapts?
Yeah, totally.
Wow.
I mean, it's all one character, so in the last, what was it, Odyssey, you played as, like, brother-sister.
Yep.
And that affected the game, but Ivor is, like, just one character.
Okay.
So male or female, you get to choose. But they said that it also ties into the story somehow. Like the fact that you can choose male or female actually plays into the story.
Okay.
So I don't know how that works, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So how, like, controlling the ship, what is it? Does this feel like you're just controlling a ship in Assassin's Creed? Or does
Totally. And they did not have a ton of ship stuff in the build that I played. So basically this is what I did.
Oh, you're on fire.
Yeah, I was on fire. But there's a cool part where, like, if you're on the ship, you can do kind of like you did in Black Flag, where everybody around you will start singing.
Okay.
So songs are back, but now you can also have people tell you stories. So you can be like, hey, somebody tell me a story, and like one of your crew members will start telling a story.
Oh, cool.
Are the stories good?
Battles. The one story I heard was not that good, but
was it just a really long brag, basically?
Yeah.
Look how cool you are. Yes.
Okay.
That's basically what it is. So there's a clan of Danes, and the guy leading it is named Rude.
R-O-O-D?
R-U-E-D, I believe.
Oh, my.
And we are attacking his castle because he murdered our king.
Okay.
I love the fact that the first thing you could do is just eat a handful of plants upon landing. Oh, you're full.
I love it.
That's how Vikings knew where they were.
Yeah, that little 8 heart down in the lower left there, that's how many, like, heals I have.
Okay.
And if you collect food, or you can hunt game, you can hunt for fish.
That was a real big tease there, lining up that shot.
Am I going to do it or not?
Getting hit.
Yeah.
Is he going to do it? No.
So the problem here was I had a bow with a scope on it, and I swapped it out for a different bow right before I started this mission, and that was a mistake. So you can actually see the bows here, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
So this is a rapid fire bow that I'm equipping.
Okay.
Fire.
Man, that seems to be the theme for you. Yeah.
Well, watch how much faster it is.
Well, look at that.
Yeah.
Now, in terms of combat feel, is it very reminiscent of Odyssey, of the more recent Assassin's Creed games, or did it stand out on its own, in your opinion?
Yeah, it's like a refinement of that formula.
Okay.
And they're really into parrying. I think parrying is like a big deal now.
Okay.
So when guys come and attack you, you can parry that attack and set them up for a takedown.
Okay.
You probably saw I just did it. It said stomp on one of the guys, and I stomped on him and took him down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is interesting. Like, would that breach of that wall have happened if you had not joined this battering ram thing? Or
It would have.
Okay, would have happened.
But it would have
anyway.
taken longer.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. And this is,
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And then there's archers up there that I'm trying to take down. There's like explosive pots. There's stuff in the environment you can interact with.
Mm-hmm. Those things that you keep shooting down.
Yep. So I just took those guys out. There's a guy setting my dudes on fire that I need to take out there still. And I have a flail equipped right now.
Okay.
Which is kind of fun. I really liked the one-handed axe shield combo, but that flail is also really nice.
Yeah. Have they talked about the weapon variety in this game, or did you ask about that when you were playing it?
Yeah, it's similar to the previous games.
Okay.
Where there's going to be a lot of different weapons. You can dual wield stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you can dual wield axes. You can just ignore people attacking you and carry on your business if you want.
Yeah.
And vice
You
versa.
can. One of the things you can do, which sounds nutty to me, but I never found a second shield, so I was
yeah.
You can dual wield shields.
Yeah.
Huh.
That seems like a feature that they put in just for the sake of saying that it's in there.
Yeah.
Has anyone in the history of warfare dual wielded shield?
Yeah. I feel like you can't look cool doing that either, but maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. How would Captain America do it?
I guess safety is cool.
Safety is
when
cool.
you think about it.
Yeah. Heard it's no better to be safe than sorry, though.
There you go.
There we go.
There's the stop.
Dump him. And you can see, just like in the last couple games, you have your abilities by holding down the triggers.
Yeah.
I think I used some of those.
They
are cool.
Yeah.
There's one called Dive of the Valkyrie that I really liked, because you like jump up in the air and like come down on people's heads.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the raids, are they going to be... I'm assuming it's not just this castle, right? It's going to be a feature throughout.
Oh yeah, raids are kind of like the strongholds or fortresses from the previous games, where they're full of enemies. You can... That guy went flying. It's awesome. You can attack them stealthily, just like previous games, and take everybody out on your own. It'd probably take longer, but you can do that.
Okay.
Or you can go full force with your crew and have them attack with you.
Okay.
Oh, so this is one of the special moves. It's like the bull rush move. Really go for it here.
He really took him on a tour.
Yeah.
It's nice that they do have like the ration button for healing, because you obviously had like an ability in Odyssey, which I don't know why you would not have that. It just seems like one of those things you'd want a heal, so the fact that they just realized we'll just give it to you by default and free up those other 4 spots for other abilities, maybe a little more expressive.
Yeah, that is true. I just did another move on him. I don't know if you caught, but where I kicked him. That's one of your other special moves. And they eat up your adrenaline, I think is what they call it.
Yeah.
The little markers above your health, and you just build that up by attacking.
He just flew in there.
That berserker's like killing my dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take him out.
Cool. So when you walked out of your demo, were you feeling more excited, less excited? What was your takeaway from your?
I was
game?
more excited, honestly. I mean, I've always liked Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I think
This seems like a bad idea.
Yeah.
I really liked Odyssey.
Yeah.
I thought it was a really good direction for the series.
Yeah.
And so this is, it's more Odyssey, but I mean that in a good way.
Yeah.
I feel like they refined some things, they changed some things up. You still have gear you're collecting, you still have your abilities.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that for a minute, because like this is made by, they kind of been doing a alternate year development for this series now, because like this is the same team that made Origins, right, which was the first real refresh for Assassin's Creed that we've, seen kind of the new direction the series has taken.
Right.
And then Odyssey took it kind of in a different direction, even, or like further enhanced the RPG elements, right? So I was just curious to see like what going back to is this is Montreal, isn't it?
This is Montreal.
Right. So like, does it seem like they're going back to the way that they had kind of initially designed the RPG systems with Origins, or are they building off of Odyssey?
I feel like they've rethought it
to
some degree. So we can maybe cut to a part where I show off some of the skill tree stuff, but just your abilities in general, they're disconnected from your leveling up. So you have to find a book of knowledge which earns you that ability, and you can find multiple of them, which like just continues to power up that ability.
Oh, interesting.
Which is kind of a fun thing.
Yeah.
So it's less about like I've got 5 points, where do I want to put them, and just it's more about like getting strong enough to take on a certain task to.
Well, you still earn points though. So you earn points when you level up, and you put those into skills, and you have a skill tree, but those are more like passive skills. Those like your damage you deal, let's say, or like your resistance to fire. So you can be like, or your ability to sneak around, like make you more stealthy.
Yeah.
So you can still pour points into stuff. It's just not your abilities. So they kind of like rethought some of that stuff and how it works.
Okay. Most important question then. Can you still fall from any height and survive it now?
That was I think so. I guess I don't know. I didn't try to.
You didn't jump from where you are right now?
No, I did, but so I'll survive this.
So okay.
Yeah, that seems like any height. That had to be the tallest thing in the game.
Yeah,
I think
so. Get any higher from there.
No.
So this is kind of a boss fight. Ooh, it's a man and his wolf.
And his what?
His wolf.
Okay, that's what I thought. Can you get a wolf of your own?
Not that I saw.
Yeah,
that would be a cool feature, and they should totally do.
I would like that. Yeah.
I guess he already has, or he or she already has a little birdie. So
yeah, you have a bird. You have like your raven.
Yeah.
Which functions like the eagle, where you can like send the bird out and scout things.
So they're giving you a straight up raven.
Yeah, it's a raven this time.
Yeah. Very cool.
Kind of like tie into the Viking theme.
Love it.
And does it function the same way? You could use it to like scout out enemies and distract and all that stuff, or does it do anything new that you'd seen?
No, it didn't seem like they had iterated too much on the bird.
Yeah,
because you can still fly around, you can still scout things. You can. I can't remember if this was in the last game or not, but when you see resources or different items on the map through your bird, you can tag those things.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And so then you just run right to it.
Yeah.
And on that point of the symbolism of the raven and stuff, did they talk about more of the mystic or like elements of it, like the lore behind some of it that they've got into with the last couple of games?
Yeah, there's still some mystic stuff. They did not want to talk about it too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did run into, they called it like a world boss, which is this witch who's out in the world, surprisingly enough. And you can kind of, you can just run across these creatures, and it's like an epic boss fight. So it was a really hard fight, and of course I won. But
of course,
the demo was like super impressed.
Wow,
I was impressed.
Yeah,
but it was more mystical, right? So this witch was like using witch powers on me, spells and stuff.
Oh, very descriptive.
Yeah, she called them witch
powers. A real picture. It's like I'm here.
Let me paint a picture with my words. But she was like teleporting across the map, and she created like an energy double of herself and that kind of thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Witch powers, I think they're called.
Yeah.
I thought I was clear.
I'm sure that in the demo you didn't see this, but I'll ask anyway. Did they talk about modern day stuff at all?
So they only talked about it a little bit. They said Layla is coming back, and they're going to continue that story. They feel like they're heading in a good direction. They kind of have. They alluded to like an end game narrative with that stuff. Although I don't think that means they'll never do modern day stuff again. I think they're just trying to like have some, have it go somewhere and mean something.
Yeah. Look, we're contractually obligated to do this.
That's right. It's like, why do we have to have this? I don't know. But I did actually do a side mission where Layla pops up, and so she actually appears in the past, and it's kind of, you're jumping around on these animus fragments is what they're called, I believe, and then you hear some story stuff happen.
Yeah. Is she wearing like modern clothes, or is she trying to fit in?
No, she's wearing her just normal hoodie or whatever.
That's weird.
Oh, interesting.
Huh.
Okay.
I have a real smart, quick question for you.
We'll be
Ben
the judge
Reeves?
of that.
Okay.
I'll take one more question.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. No, one of the things that when I got the first demo for Assassin's Creed Odyssey, they put us on an island. There was like, I can't remember what island it was, and then there's all this different stuff you could do, and it kind of like a quest chain, and your choices kind of like rippled throughout, you know, and like different characters and storylines. That like some things were blocked off depending on the things you chose, others opened up. Did it seem like there was an element of that in here, or does it seem like more of a linear story that they're telling?
Yeah, in terms of like how linear it is, I don't know if I can speak to that yet, but they did talk about choices and how choices will matter, and even here. So I just fought Rude, and so you can choose to kill him or not. And if you choose not to kill him, you chain him up, but then he escapes and he like interrupts this wedding later on. And if you choose to kill him, then obviously he doesn't come back. So like there are things that will affect the story later on. And they say you can make alliances with people, and then those relationships matter in the story later on.
So kind of a nemesis system from Shadow of Mordor?
I don't think it's quite that organic. I think it's more of a scripted thing. It's like if you left this guy alive, he comes back at this set time to do this thing.
Got it.
That's all you need ever do.
Did you see any like the equivalent of mercenaries?
They didn't show anything like that off. I didn't see anything like that, no.
Okay.
I know some people liked it, some people hated that stuff. Did you guys like those?
Yeah, I found it like frustrating and satisfying in the same way the Nemesis system was in the Shadow of War games, just like the Mordor games. Rather, like they just kind of pop in ill-opportune moments, but that kind of makes it fun in a way too.
For sure.
Yeah. I did see a little bit, just their approach to side content's a little bit different. So I did a few side missions, but they're calling them world events, which kind of calls to mind just like they're shorter things, and they're not really missions. Like they don't appear on your map as like things you go to and complete a mission, but they're just sort of short interactions with the people in the world.
Okay.
So like one of the ones I did is I ran across this kid who was looking for a cat, and I helped him find the cat. It was like a thing that took maybe 2 minutes. So it's just kind of like stuff that's peppered throughout the world to make the world feel a little bit more alive. But they said they put most of their story focus into the main missions.
For sure.
Ah,
cool.
Here's that skill tree.
Oh, so here's the skill tree. Yeah, you can see some of this different stuff I have. Increase my melee attack, fire efficiency.
We like that. As someone who got set on fire quite a bit, I think it'd be good to be more efficient than that.
Here's a quick look at the map. So this is the East Anglia stuff.
Cool.
And you can see the fast travel system.
Yeah,
That's
I
awesome.
see it's got 2 points in mysteries on that bar. So
Ooh.
who knows what that means?
It is a
It's
mystery.
a mystery.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts on Jeff, what you've seen, and then Ben, what you've played?
Yeah, I will say one final thought. It looks like the character is there during loading screens. Could you walk around and stuff like that? Because I know in Odyssey you couldn't. It just gave you a static loading screen.
You couldn't walk around?
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure I was able to walk around.
Good. I like that.
I think I remember that. Yeah, I know I said it earlier, but yeah, I'm really excited about this game. It feels really good. I was more excited about Odyssey than Origins, and so the fact that this is the Origins team, I don't know if I was worried necessarily, but I want one that's more like Odyssey, and this feels like a good continuation, let's say, of the Assassin's Creed brand. Yeah, the combat feels really good. The stealth's fun.
Yeah, it's a brand that we all know and love.
Indeed.
That's right.
You're here. Alrighty.
Cool. Well, thanks for showing this up, Ben. You did pretty good, except for that one time with the fire.
Yeah, there was a one time.
Neither here nor there, though. Yeah.
We don't need to talk about that.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye.
Wow, that person was really good at playing that game. Those other people were really good at talking about it, too. If you find yourself saying either of these things, subscribe to Game Informer on YouTube for new episodes of New Gameplay Today every week, covering the hottest new and upcoming releases.